This could be a big mistake.
Mistake?
If they could do that to a wall, imagine what they could do to our heads.
For sure. And our heads are nowhere near that thick.
Figure that.
Turtles.
Yeah, and we didn't make that hole, you wacko.
Oh, no.
Hi, everybody.
We did it. We're back.
Heck yeah. End of the month, last Saturday of the month. It's time for some Turtle Talk. How's it going, Dan?
Turtle Talk. Good, Dave. How are you, man?
Good, good. And it is official. We do have Mitch Falcon on board as our moderator.
Hey.
Got it working.
Good. We need one of them.
He's a damn robot, I swear. So yeah, welcome everybody. Hi, I apologize. I have no turtle shirts currently. I'm working on that.
I do. I'm a little low, but I got one on.
It's there. It's there. Loving the new backdrop, man. It's looking sharp. Looking sharp.
Updated it as of about 7 minutes ago, but chaotically just threw this together. But I thought it came together pretty nice.
Very nice, dude. Yeah,
not nearly as nice as your new backdrop back there.
We'll cover that when we go through some of the images. I tacked it on at the end. I was working on lighting it, but my LED strips kept falling down, so I got to get a little stronger tape or something for it.
At some point, we should break down how we do our lighting, because I think you and I do it almost completely differently.
Yeah, no, heck yeah.
But
what's up, Hankin? Welcome.
The chat is full tonight.
Oh yeah, we're sounding off. Everybody's there. We got Hank and Gail, Stan, Smetty, Neb, Mitch Falcon, of course, our moderator. We got Pale Aragorn in there. We got Adam Zero. We got Tuck's in there. Geek Show Inc. It's a good time. So we got. Oh, Panther just showed up. Hello, everyone. Nice to see y'all again. Just finished watching the Friends reunion. I'm crying the happiest tears of my life. We'll get ready to cry some more. You know why?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna take a look at some actually not great news announcements. So we're gonna run through these real quick. And now, if I recall correctly, Dan, you haven't seen these yet, right?
You're talking about the new reveals,
the Playmates 2-packs.
No, I have no idea what these are.
All right, so here we go.
Are these?
There they are for the billionth time. We're getting some.
And this is by Playmates. Yeah,
this is by Playmates. Oh, hey, Smoking Joe, what's up?
What information do we have on? I need more information on this.
So there's apparently going to be 4 2-packs, but here's the kicker. So we've seen these figures before. These are the first 2 that were announced. Also, take note of the packaging. Looks a little similar to
very much. That's why I asked who made them, right?
Yeah,
that's dead on. That's very similar to NECA, minus like the like bold yellow that they usually use.
Little Playmates logo in there. So we'll go on to the next one. But note, they're not the bad guys. They're the rebels.
What? A Triceraton got picked in the top 4?
Yep. Well, and here's the weird thing. We've seen Bebop. We've seen Rocksteady. What's up, Mr. Ryan Clark? And we've seen a prototype of Shredder, but it was never released. So if you see down here, we have Raphael versus the Triceraton and Donnie versus Shredder. So it sounds like we're going to finally get that Shredder.
Lost Shredder. Okay. Now, when were the original figures released?
2013, I believe.
Okay. Are they sought after? I don't know much about this line at all. No. Okay.
So these are the Turtle Classics, as they were dubbed. So yeah, no, they're not sought after.
Can you go back to the front of the packaging?
So,
there you go. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
so I do like that they come with
Well, and this is the weird thing with it is these are old figures. We're seeing them pop up though all the time. Like they just re-released all four turtles in Mirage colors.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
like dark green, red bandanas. They've been popping up at like GameStops and specialty shops. Merk and McGee in the chat. They have a lot of joints, but yet can't be posed. I fully agree. I remember
What does
these
that
and
mean?
these and the movie ones that they released. It's basically the same body. You can basically have them go, ha. That's about
And
it.
that's
Like
it?
none of the joints hold. They don't. They're so loose. And
Oh, okay. I mean, is it possible that they've retooled them and that they're a little tighter?
maybe, but also these stand at like 6.5, almost 7 inches. Also, like look at the scaling between Mikey and Bebop.
Yeah, great point. Absolutely. Mikey's either huge or Bebop's very tiny. And Mikey's even bending down.
Yeah,
Like
he's
his knees are
crouching, and that was the weird
Bebop
thing
is
is,
straight up. Yeah, they got to be the same size. They're the same size here.
yeah. Gail Benning in the chat. I just pulled my original Playmates classics from my bin last night. I had painted out the pupils. I did that as well, and then I ended up selling them. Actually, I sold them to Father's Figures, who was a guest on Toy Talk a couple weeks ago. But
Man,
yeah,
the
so these are
even
the only facts that they showed. But on another cool little bit of info, randomly, we we got a re-release of the Party Wagon down under, down
I
in
just heard
Australia.
about this.
Hankin, if you see these anywhere, please take a picture or something. Because yeah, it's wild. This is apparently up on the Pop Culture site from Geelong, Australia, and it looks like a straight re-release of that 25th anniversary one
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that came out. So they're just, I think.
What is your rule on this stuff? Do you pick this stuff up?
No, I'm not a completist by any stretch of
Okay.
the imagination. I picked up the 25th anniversary one because my original one was very well loved,
Okay,
and
that's good.
I had passed it along to my son. He plays with it now,
Ah, okay, that makes
so
sense. Okay.
it's in a good place. So I have the repro up on my shelf right now in the display,
And it's
and
good for that. I think that's fine. I don't think we need another one.
yeah, I mean I like that it's another opportunity for folks to get it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, people are, especially in the past 2 years, the turtle stuff has gone through the roof as far as the interest in it. So you're right. It is giving more people a chance to get on board with it. The one that the original reproduction, does that one go for big money?
Not really. I mean, I want to say it hovers around the $60, $75 range.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
I mean, I've seen some go for more, but the demand is all over the place.
Did it come in this box?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, it did.
Again,
Oh, wow.
Well, it came with this, but it had the 25th anniversary seal on it. I actually have the box in the back. I loved the box art.
That's going to be my problem. If I see this in a store, I don't know that I can say no to this.
Yeah.
Like I would not. This is not something I would pre-order. This is not something I would go to Entertainment Earth and pick up.
Yep.
But if I saw this in Target, I don't know that I could say no.
Yeah, I think it's easy re-releases. I see Mr. Ryan Clark and Panther going back and forth of trying to maintain the license and such with this stuff. It's easy to repro this stuff, I guess. It's easy to pump out older products to just maintain freshness in the line for sure. Smoke and Joe asks, does this mean NECA or Super 7 can't release their vans? I don't think that's going to hinder it because I imagine that's part of a separate licensing deal. But who knows? And finally, is it scaled for the original line? Yep, Smitty, this is a straight re-release of the vintage Party Wagon. I remember getting this Christmas 1991 and like busting it open and my dad going, "Here, take this to your brother. He can put the stickers on." I was 4, so.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, good brother.
Stay strong, Dan. Stay strong. He's got 5 years on me, so he had a little bit more experience. But
the box is the most exciting part to me.
Oh, it's gorgeous, man. Like, yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Like that's the one vintage box that I have, like a legit vintage box, is for my turtle layer or sewer layer.
That's the one that comes to mind when I think of original like figure artwork is the layer artwork. But this is a close second. All the vehicle artwork was fantastic.
Oh, hell yeah. Neb Playmates owns the master license, and I think they've been licensing it out to Super 7 and whatnot. I know Nickelodeon owns the rights and Playmates holds the merchandising like toy license. And then finally, because it's hard to take my camera off and flip it around, this is as far as I got on
nicely done.
My turtle display. So
look at this.
It's gonna be lit up. It'll be good. I got my vintage, the Mondo up there. I totally aped a few poses from our special guest tonight, David Tussler, who we'll be bringing on in just a second, who has by far one of the most immaculate turtle displays I've ever seen. But yeah, this will all be lit. I got my vintage sewer or Technodrome up there, the pizza chucker. I got a movie set up with my original VHSs.
Those are yours from when you were a kid?
Yep. And the funny thing is I actually was on Boozing with the Toys on the Major Pod stream.
I saw you. Yeah.
And that is an original 1990 Turtle VHS that my parents were going to give to my brother and I, but both of them picked one up for us. So that one sat in my mom's closet.
Oh, that's forever. Right. So that one's still sealed.
Yeah, still sealed up.
Oh, amazing.
2 and 3, not so much. Those things are beaten to shit.
That means they're well loved. That's in the next cube. I do see in the very back there. Is that a TMNT NES game?
It is. So I have the NES game. I have the Konami handheld, and then I have that little mini arcade machine that's you can't see it right now.
Oh, like that $20 Target item.
Yeah. So and then I have the coming out of their shells tour set with
the cookie jars back there too, right?
Yep. And then I have all my VHSs, like my cartoon VHSs. This will actually be a 2003.
I was going to ask about that. That's just your sewer accessories.
Yeah, right now. And then down here, I actually have.
This looks good, man.
So thank you. Toon diorama, the original diorama, or the original sewer layer, and then the movie diorama. So I split them up likewise, and then I actually made the support. I wrapped it in a brick graphic. And I'll be doing graffiti and stuff on that.
Oh, that's a support back there. That's smart because you took out that middle shelf that goes like that's just a giant Kallax from IKEA, right?
Yeah, 5x5. So
it doesn't even look like it because you took out that middle shelf.
Yeah, it makes a gigantic crevice. And the funny thing is, this support is actually the shelf that would go this way. I just cut it down, and then I
oh, that's perfect. So. The cartoon and the movie diorama, are those the perfect height for that, or are you covering some of the backdrop?
The backdrop goes up about 1/4 inch, but
so it's almost perfect. That's great.
Yeah, so because of the trim down here, it sticks out from the wall just that much anyways, so it's perfectly.
That's awesome.
It's perfect. And then
gorgeous.
Then down here is I'm going to make little dioramas and actually make all the iterations of the sewer layers.
Oh, nice. Just from the shows.
Yep. And so they'll be down there with some displays and such, and then books. Then bottom is books and packaging right now. So
even that looks good. I know it's nothing, but it's still like I like the 4 colors of the turtle boxes. That looked amazing, man. I can't.
Thank Lord, the chat jumped on me. Sorry.
It's everybody just marking out over your display. Everybody knows that's.
I'll take it, man.
Unbelievable.
I can find a picture of yours too. Cause I love your case. Your case is so dope.
I don't know if we showed that last month or not. I might be able to send you a picture of it if I can find it.
Right, I can definitely find it.
Essentially, what I did is I found a jewelry display case that you normally just find in a jewelry store, and I found one on Facebook Marketplace, and it was cheap. It was like $80, but it was in Iowa, and I'm located near Chicago, so I drove forever to get out in the middle of Iowa, picked it up. It was a nightmare, man, because it's made of glass. Like it is the front is glass, the top is glass, the sides are glass, and the base is just solid wood. So it was very heavy, and the guy wasn't willing to help me get it into my car. So I just had to muscle the thing in there. And then my plan was to get the thing painted on the interior, like a street scene. And I'm not you. I can't do any of the stuff that you do. So I had to find a guy who was able to paint a street scene. I didn't even bring it to my house. I just brought it straight to him. He worked on it, painted the sides, painted the street on the bottom. But to do this, he had to take out all the glass. And he's like a semi-carpenter. Like he knew what he was doing. Yeah. And when it was all done, literally 4 months later, he drove everything over, still in pieces.
Oh, and then put it all together.
And then, we got the big piece out, the wood piece out of his car, and brought it upstairs to my toy room. And then we grabbed the big front piece of glass. And as we grabbed it, I noticed that the corner was chipped.
Oh no!
And it wasn't like that when I got it. And I wasn't mad at the guy. Like, the guy has done
Yeah.
me a huge favor by painting this thing, but I'm like, oh no, well, all right, let's just try to get it in there. Let's just, maybe it'll be buried in the seam that holds the glass. So we carefully grab it on one side, grab it on the other side. I walk backwards up the steps, and as we turn it upwards to slide it into the slot to get it into the actual display, the whole thing cracks in half.
Oh no.
Right. So now I've got this gorgeous painted display with no front glass, and I've been already waiting 4 months to get this thing done. Luckily, I did the exact same thing. Went back onto Facebook Marketplace, and apparently the case that I got is just semi what's the word? It's generic.
Common.
It's universal.
Yeah.
So I found another one. And
Nice.
This one was very beat up, and I'm like, okay, all I need is the front glass. I don't care what it looks like.
Yeah.
So I bought another one for like $40, and just used the glass out of there, slipped the glass out of that one, put it into the painted one, and we were good to go. But it was a process to get this thing done.
Mitch is a damn machine. He actually found your Twitter post about it.
Oh, look at you, Mitch. Thank you very much, man.
So check that out for sure. Coachy King. Yes, the good old sewer sanctuary, the Ninja Nation, the Cowabunga Couch. Dude, now I want to call my couch the Cowabunga Couch.
I like that.
But we're talking about our displays. I want to bring on my buddy David Tussler,
please,
who has one of the most insane turtle displays. He's got it hanging out behind him. I'm making him blush, or I'm making him nervous. I can't tell which. So we'll bring him in. Hi, David Tussler.
Hey.
Welcome. So we got Dave, and Dan in here, or Dave, Dan, and Dave, however you want to arrange that. It works either way, backwards or front. But yeah, hi Dave.
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, man? I am going to be. This is for the guys in the chat. I'm not friends with Tussler. This is basically my first time meeting him, other than the pre-show that we did today. I am going to be very silent when Tussler's on screen, because I'm basically just going to be leaning forward in my chair, staring at my monitor, trying to figure out what is behind him. Man, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous display.
Oh, that is but the tip of the iceberg.
That is action.
I'll give you a little. I'll give it close up later.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, please.
So Dave, here it's called Turtle Talk. We're gonna talk about turtles. Shocker, I know, but
speaking of that, you guys talking about those Playmate ones that were released today or recently released?
Yeah,
I don't hate them. I have the classic ones. Yeah, they don't scale correctly, but I think the Bebop and Rocksteady are kind of a nice, unique look.
I think they're cool looks. I think it's so weird that those figures came out almost 7 years ago at this point, and they're just like, here you go.
They're making money off me. That's true. Not every version
behind you. Now I know that the Turtles are basically re-releases, but what about the Rebels? What about Shredder, Bebop and Rocksteady, and Triceraton? Did they release Bebop and Rocksteady?
Yeah,
they did.
Yep, Bebop and Rocksteady are re-releases. I'm assuming that Shredder is going to be the one we saw at Toy Fair 2014,
right,
or so. And then the Triceraton, who knows?
Yeah.
It's such an odd pull. What is do you know the price point on those?
I don't.
Okay.
They haven't even put that out as far as I know. I want to say it's probably going to be in the $40, $50 range.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be. They've generally been like 20 a piece.
Yeah.
But they're going to inflate it to make more money
every dang time.
You gotta pay for that sewer lid behind them.
Every time. It's not like they can friggin' put some vac metal on it or something. But so Dave, what got you into turtles? I know you've been a lifelong fan and whatnot, but what give us your turtle story.
Well, I remember it was when the first cartoon came out. I was in some room of the house, and my sister come running in. She goes, "Dave, you gotta come look at this. There's some weird show on with turtles and pizza and ninjas." And I'm like, "All right." So I ran in. It was like instant. That age I was 9, and who didn't like ninjas, pizza, and turtles at the time? Then you combine everything. Yeah, I'm in. And stuff.
Yeah.
So that was it. It was the cartoon, and then I think it was like early. I don't know if it's before the actual movie came out. I actually learned that they were from comic books, so then that was a whole new twist. And I started hunting down all the turtle comics I could find and everything. And it's just been keep going ever since.
Right on. So we talked about kind of like those those pieces in your collection last time we were talking about like what's those ones that just kind of hit you like up front. Like I know you have a plethora clearly behind you alone, but like what would you say are those like maybe top 5 like items that you have that just like if you had to ditch the collection but except for 5?
Now you're talking 5 individuals or
That's
5?
a tough question. I was starting out with a hard question.
I know. I like to start. Never mind. I'm not gonna. The phrasing is just not gonna work out on that.
I'm gonna go with the turtles because I obviously got to go for the original ones because the Michelangelo from the classic line, that was my first. I had to actually talk my mom into getting it for me.
Yeah.
But that was my first one. I still have him, and I customized him as a kid. I put chain on his nunchucks instead of that string thing.
At 9 years old?
Yeah, I was probably 9, 10.
Wow.
So I did that. And then my second, obviously, it has to be the NECA Red Band Turtles, because I love the Mirage style.
Yeah.
And so those original NECA Red Band ones, they're just some of my favorite ones. So,
Are you a comic guy now?
Oh, yeah.
You are, okay. Just
got way too
everything
many.
Turtles?
Yeah.
I've got every issue of Turtles except for that very first one.
Why don't we have the first one?
You have one. It's just, isn't it a? It's
I have reprints. I don't have first print of the first.
Okay.
But
I've got
one.
Yeah, I have a second print, but not a first print.
So when I went over to Dave's house for him to show me this beautiful basement. I mean, beautiful house overall, but that basement, bro.
Oh, the basement's the main purpose of the house.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
He bought it for the basement. Everything else was just an add-on.
It was really.
But like we legit, like we're sitting there, we're running through. I'm nerding out hardcore. And he goes, "Oh yeah, I have some slab comics over here." And he like walks over. He's like, "Yeah, here's a Turtle one." I'm just like, "What?" Like, mine just blown.
Yeah,
and it's gorgeous.
That first Mirage issue, was one of my favorites. Yeah,
it's iconic.
Although
all right, so
my first Turtle comic was the Turtle Adventures from Archie, issue 10.
Yeah,
and I showed Dave, but I actually have it hanging on my wall. It was my first Turtle comic.
And you had the one from when you were a kid?
Yep, I have it framed and it's stuck on my wall.
Oh, I love that.
I would love to frame my first one, but it is beaten beyond belief.
Frame it anyways. I say frame it anyways.
Yeah, mine's got some use to it, but I'd still framed it because that's what got me into the comics, really.
Yours has a cover, though.
That's true. But when you pinch it between those frames, the cover stays.
No, mine literally does not have a cover. Like, it's gone.
You know what I would do, Wheeler? I would get a larger frame and also buy a new one and then frame them both next to each other.
Oh, that'd be
the same frame. You know what I mean? This is my original, and this is what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah,
I like it. All right, so that's three so far.
Yeah, if you want to go groups,
I'm fine with groups.
Geez. Oh, I really like the Rebel Tech of the 2012 Turtles.
Yeah, man, those are gorgeous.
Those are some really nice ones because they look just like the show. They're posable and stuff, but they've got that look, unlike any of the other.
Turtles.
Even though the 2012 was great, but the Rebel Tech looked like the show.
Yeah,
Dan, I could go with the movie ones too.
I believe I've seen those. Do you have one handy?
Rebel Tech?
Oh, look at everybody's going to get Rebel Tech.
Well, I got. Who'd you grab? I grabbed Raph too.
Oh, those look great. Yeah.
But the cool thing is so the bandana's on the back, so you can slide their bandana around. But when you do on the front, it moves their eyes.
Yeah.
So when you slide it over.
Oh, look at that.
He has pupils.
I like that.
Which is super cool. Oh, man, you got all of them out.
Yeah, they're all within reach.
Nice.
And what do those run?
When they were retail, I want to say they were 60.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe they're 60 each.
And then now because there's knockoffs and everything out there, like they range from like 60 to like legit ones are like 150.
Okay, got it.
Didn't they re-release them at one point?
They said they were going to, but then all the knockoffs came out, and I don't know if they ever actually did a second like a legit re-release.
Yeah, they got
Because there's
flooded.
so many.
Who made them?
Reveltech.
Oh, that's the name of the company. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So
They got all the clicky joints.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Give me some click. Yeah. Oh, listen to that.
It's like Bone Crunchers, except you really
that
don't
click has a purpose. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, those Reveltechs, their choice for sure. All right, that brings it up to 4. One
Yeah,
last
well,
one.
then I got to go with the NECA movie turtles because they're just so
Great pick.
good.
They're
you
so
know.
good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like holding the movie in your hand.
Oh yeah,
It's unbelievable. It's their miniature. I don't. It's calling them statues is even an injustice to what they. I mean, how good they actually look.
Yeah, I literally put my quarter scale ones behind me now because with the new setup they don't quite fit there, but I like them right in the backdrop.
Yeah,
So
right on your shoulder. Love
I
that.
got my quarter scale are right up here.
yeah, you got Shredder and the Foot Soldier too. Did you get Disguise Raph?
No, I purposely said no. I've got the 4 Shredder and the Foot. I don't need the same Raphael.
There you go. Put your foot in the sand. I like that.
Yeah.
Draw your line.
Koji King's Cruising.
Turned away from the animated ones too, big ones.
Oh man, they look so good.
They look so good. Oh,
They do.
That's another one. If I see it in the store, I'm going to pick up a Raphael and a Donatello.
The Raph was sitting at the local comic shop, and I had to stop myself. I was like, no.
Same here.
Because
I held it in my hand. I held it in my hand going, I'm not going to get it. And I'm looking at it going, I might get it.
Yeah. So good.
One is awesome, but they run 125?
Yeah, 125.
Yeah, so if you just get the set of turtles, and let's assume they stop at the turtles, I mean, you're already at a $500 collection, right?
Yep.
And they're massive, and but they're gorgeous.
The crazy thing is, it has the same technology that those Disguise Turtles have.
Right.
So you can swap out the gestures and stuff. And I think, like, nothing against those movie ones. Like, when they were releasing them, I'm like, I know they'll eventually get to 7-inch ones. I don't care. Like, having those as massive as they are, like, holding those things is like holding a chunk of my childhood.
Right.
And that's where, like, those cartoon ones where I'm like, you can swap the faces and stuff. Like, those Disguise Turtles, I arguably will say are the best figures that NECA has put out. And, like, the only reason
you're just teasing now.
Well, that's true. I forgot. I'm a dick. But it's the thing of the movie ones are fantastic, and now with the accessory kit, like, you can swap the heads, but like the turtles, like the Disguise Turtles and the quarter scale cartoon turtles, you can swap them all out, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll make an accessory kit for the larger scale?
They kind of did already, because it was the,
but not with heads.
It was the four baby turtles, a pizza box.
Oh no, I know they came with the accessories. I'm literally talking about the extra heads.
Yeah, I don't think they will, just because those I've had to repair a couple of those for other folks. Those heads aren't popping off.
Okay.
And they are so rock solid as far as that goes.
Interesting. Okay.
Goji King in the chat. All the movie turtles are incredible. I went through heaven and hell to get Raph and Casey 2-pack. Got them for $75. I need to find a way to display Raph though. I have him tucked away with the Disguise Turtles, like with the alternate heads. So they're like, he's just like among them. I thought it was kind of funny.
Awesome. Trustler, are you worried about not getting a Disguise set? Because I don't have one either.
Not overall. With as many turtle figures as I have, as much as I want them, I don't get them. I'll accept it because I will not pay flipper prices. Oh, there he goes.
I figured I'd bring it up so that if people don't know what it is.
Oh, sure.
I'm not trying to be a dick, I swear.
Although it looks fantastic, and I really do want it, but like I said, I won't pay flipper prices, especially on something that's still showing up in stores.
I'm trying to make sure that's in shot.
I even think once these are, rumor has it we're in the middle of wave 2 right now, and they're going to do a wave 3 of these releases. Even if I go all the way through wave 3 and I don't end up with one, I don't think I'm going to hunt one of these down and try to find the best price, the flipper wise. I don't think. I think I'm going to be okay if I miss one. This one specifically, if I missed like Anthrax and whoever came with Anthrax, I would that would bug me.
Because they're bugs.
Yeah, pun intended. But with the disguise set, I gotta think NECA's smart, right? Like they know that this line is huge, that this line is flying off the shelves, that they have a ton of collectors, and they've already shown it. They've released the turtles 3 times already. Once with the darker colors, once with the what do they call it? The production colors or the marketing colors, and then once with the disguise set. And each time it's gotten better and better and better. How many of these sets of turtles do I need that get a little better every time? I would one, I don't need the trench coat. And then 2, I don't need 1,000 of the same turtle that has a little bit of an increase as far as quality goes. I can skip a couple and then get back on, and then grab that one set, and then skip a couple, and then they're going to keep releasing the turtle stuff. So guys in the chat, if you haven't found the disguise set, and I got to assume that's everybody except for Dave Wheeler right now, I wouldn't panic if you don't have one. Yes, you might not have the disguises, but I think most people are getting the set and just storing the disguises because the turtles themselves are that good.
What I did is, so I have the Comic-Con set, like in the Archie box, that when that came out, and what I did is I popped off the neck and head and I put the disguise on there. So that's how I have my disguises on a separate set of turtles. But like I legit thought about, I was like, well, there's technically 2 heads for every turtle because you can swap the gestures. So I was like, I could just put those on and have another set of cartoon, like crazy accurate cartoon turtles. But I like the creepy baby faces. They're so weird. So weird.
They are. I do agree that they have a space in the. I love the idea that you came up with, Dave. It's just to use old figures because you're not going to see their bodies. You're not going to see their heads. You just need turtle legs and turtle hands, and you're good.
Watch out. And I've purchased every other version that's come out because I found it. Yeah. See,
I found multiple of the band set. The coming out of the shelves tour.
I never came across the band set.
Okay. See, that one I thought was much easier to get than this disguise set, but I mean, we're also, rumor has it, halfway through the release of the disguise set, so who knows?
Yeah. Well, and the weird thing is they never, like the band set, never hit Minnesota. We got the T-shirts, but we never got the /accessory set, but we never got the actual box set here in the state. It was wild.
That is very weird.
Was that the same with the Casey Foot Soldier set? Did we not get that either?
The Casey Foot Soldier set hit and was gone like that because it did hit apparently once here in the state.
Okay.
And then it was literally just a flash in the pan. Because
but that kind of stuff I don't worry. Anything that was released on NECA's website, I don't care. I don't feel sorry for you if you missed it. You had the opportunity to get it. This stuff like the disguise set, yes. That sucks. If it doesn't come to your state, then you have no other option than go to Flippers, and that's not fair. But if you have the opportunity to get it through their website, that's on you.
Well, and rumor has it that that the disguise set might hit the NECA store. I was actually just pulling it up to see.
Where did that rumor come from?
I don't know. It has been circulating.
I feel like a lot of these turtle rumors start the same way that wrestling rumors start up.
Yeah.
It's just some guy behind his computer with like making up wishes that he wants to come through. Yeah. I haven't seen anything on anything official as far as.
No, and neither have I, but like they've hinted at it in like interviews of like, you know, hey, because but here's the thing. They say it all the time, but a lot of the time it's just for international customers.
Yeah.
So, I have seen that before. You are right. They do for some reason. They've got different release schedules. Maybe they don't have targets.
Yeah.
I hope they do because some of this stuff, that's the only way I've been able to get it.
Yeah.
So it's been great when they do it.
Yeah, because I've got like a full-time job. I can't be hunting all the time. I miss out a lot.
Well, and that was the thing is like when Anthrax and Scumbug went up, and what was it? It was Anthrax and Scumbug, and then it was
Vern went up.
Who was it? It was A-Stuck and
Vern. Well, A-Stuck and
It was such a blur. Those 3 weeks are such a blur.
Yeah.
And that happened after our last episode, right? Like we haven't talked about that giant release that they did for 3 weeks straight.
Well, because it was all of that, and then on top of that, it was the April pre-order.
Right.
And I totally got I pre-ordered the April because I'm like, they're making a Danny. If they're making a freaking Danny and we have a movie Casey, you need to get a movie April, even with the
of course,
really wacky knees. But
I don't care about that. Now, which April did you get?
I just got the general release one. Okay. I don't think I'm going to display. I don't think I'd ever display her with the raincoat. And third-party sites will probably have a raincoat that you can get. Also, it saves
imagine so.
$70 or $60.
Yeah, I don't need a Judith Hogue autograph that bad.
Yeah,
I don't need a $70 raincoat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you, Trusto? Did you get one?
I just got the regular April.
Okay, good. I think that's a smart way to go.
Autographs really don't impress me.
Same.
I've never saw the point in an autograph for the most part, unless it's from a wheeler.
Mutagen Man with a stuff.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, thank you, Snuddy. I say that, but I say I'm not impressed by autographs. But one of the only autograph, I think the only autograph I have in my collection is behind this green sewer tube. If you can remove that for a second. This is a Super Shredder figure over my left shoulder, signed by Kevin Nash.
I have it right up on my display too.
That I thought was a unique enough piece. But like, I don't need a Judith Hogue signed as April. Like that's not a must-have to me. But a Kevin Nash as Super Shredder, that I will get.
It crosses the streams of two loves.
Right.
I don't need her autograph, but I said I don't need her autograph, but I still think they should have given her the raincoat just because that's the iconic color for April.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
The Toon had that yellow suit and everything, and that's the reason she had a yellow raincoat in the movie because that's just iconic.
Yeah.
And
totally agree with you.
On that regular figure.
Yeah. Panther in the chat. It was Muckman is the ultimate release. Is the standalone release. Him and Mondo Gecko are the two individuals. And I legit I passed on both the Anthrax and Scumbug and the A-Stuck with Mutagen Man because like I'm trying really, really hard to like focus on what I'm collecting just because you saw how packed that is already, and there's already so many more figures announced. You know, it's that thing of like I want A-Stuck, but I have the Super 7 Mutagen Man, so I'm like,
okay,
that's kind of my iconic Mutagen Man, so that's how I'm rationalizing it to myself of like, okay, this is how I'm gonna do it. Hopefully I can track down an A-Stuck on the second.
I would think so. I would think maybe you can find somebody that just wants the Mutagen Man.
Yeah, exactly. Mitch Falcon, it is not signed Big Sexy. He actually signs Super Shredder Kevin Nash.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
So NECA knew nobody would buy autograph if Raincoat wasn't with it. Probably.
I totally agree with that.
It's also the cool thing is they did a very unique thing with the autograph that it's on the press pass. I kind of that was a pretty cool way of including it.
Okay, yeah, it's better than a napkin. Yeah.
I'm glad we have a Judith Hogue April, but I would swim across oceans to get my hands on a Paige Turco April. Give it time, man.
I agree.
I have a feeling we'll get that. I gotta believe they're gonna do a Secret of the Ooze or a Samurai version of the Turtles by probably.
I wish there were more characters in the three movies.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's a ton of humans in the third one. But I don't need a character. I don't need a figure of all the characters from the third one. But I definitely need what did they call it? The key. The what's the cosmic key in the third one? The scepter. Yeah. I was thinking Masters of the Universe. I definitely need the four turtles as the samurais. But I wish there were more characters that we could possibly get in from the first two movies. I feel like we've gotten the vast majority of them. Maybe they'll come out with some variants, but what else are we going to get besides Kino? I know Tatsu's off the table.
Rumor has it Kino's coming.
Okay.
Because someone said, "Hey, what about a Kino?" And they said, "Don't worry about it." It's like, oh man, like you might as well just say, "Yeah, no, it's totally coming down the pipe."
As much as I love those movies, those characters don't really. They don't mean much to me for figure wise, you know.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. See, I'm the opposite. I want everybody from the chat is saying Vanilla Ice.
Sam
Oh, no.
Rockwell. We need Sam Rockwell as the head.
Yes, we definitely need Sam Rockwell. Absolutely. If they can give us what's the loot box gang
loot crate?
member? Yeah, if they can give us the gang member that's coming with that, we can definitely get a Sam Rockwell.
Oh, are you talking about
The purple cat guy?
he's a bat.
A bat. Yeah.
What's his name?
Scrag?
Yeah, there we go. Scrag.
Yes, there you go.
But yeah, no, we need a Tatsu. We need a Kino. I like the Sam Rockwell thing. Okay, yes, it's Sam Rockwell. I don't give a shit about his character of regular mental. You know, like I don't give a shit about that. But like I would love them to do more like foot soldier packs on different types of bodies.
Oh, sure.
Like I think that would be kind of cool. And there's stuff like you could do Shredder from the beginning of Secret of the Ooze, where he's in the purple and he has the razor or the saw blade, helmet piece. You could do stuff like that, which I'm sure we'll get because that's just basically a redeco with a new headpiece.
Right.
But as long as we get a good cape with it, unlike the redux of the Super Shredder.
Yeah, that was
good. So Dave, dear Tussler, would you like to give us a tour of your turtle cave?
Oh, I would love this.
I suppose. It might get a little shaky here because I have to move
It's all good. I'm going to put you on solo view. Folks in the chat, we're monitoring the chat. So if you got questions, drop them. I'll be asking Dave, or Dan can ask. I don't care.
Sure.
So either way.
Here's my my impromptu camera holder.
Beautiful.
Nicely done.
Thank you for your service, Scorponok.
All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can get back here.
Oh, you can flip the camera, remember?
Yep, that's right.
We did a dry run of this yesterday so that he could figure out the intricacies.
Because I'm all new to this stuff. There we go. This is just the starting. These are some shelves I'm kind of working on. So I just kind of threw up the Super 7s, some random figures. Here's my ones from the TMNT, the animated movie.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that looks great.
Those monsters, man. Oh, they're so good.
Yeah. And then we go down below. We got some Technodrome funness.
Oh, yes. Oh, man.
You said you're not a completionist, Trussler, but how close are you as far as the let's start back at the vintage stuff. Do you have a complete collection of anything?
No, I don't. I get what I find.
There you go.
That's kind of my philosophy on it. If I can come across it, I'll get it. If it's new to me, I'll get it.
I like that.
But
man, that looks good.
Yeah, and what I do, I have like mixed figures. I don't have like all movies in one spot. I have, they're on the 2003 play set, but I have the movie guys. I've got Mikey actually reading a Ninja Turtle issue 1.
That's a good piece.
Oh man, Mitch Falcon in the chat says OG Headmasters are recent Walmart ones. I believe those were the Transformers over near the start.
Those are the Walmart ones.
Right on. Dave 2, what's that raft piece of artwork?
Oh, that is from I think the San Diego Comic Con. That's the Super 7 retro figures.
Nice.
You open up the box and it's got the 4 pizza. The guy's on like a pizza cardboard tray.
Hold on. Whoa, sorry. Hit the wrong button.
Much better.
There we go.
There we go.
I don't know if this is better. You can just watch us going. Oh.
Yeah, right.
Damn it.
Oh, that shiny plastic there.
That is fantastic.
I probably paid way too much money for it, but And
That's
then I got Splinter. He's meditating while Metalhead's vacuuming his carpet.
How hard was that pose on Splinter?
It's not too bad. I actually think he is one of the best Splinter toys. He looks like the cartoon.
They nailed the look, yeah.
Yeah. And we haven't had a really good Splinter, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm surprised that that's one I could still find in the store. You know?
Oh, dude,
Oh
it's
yeah.
stocked everywhere. So
Yeah,
I got to point out, Sam Malboro in the chat, if they ever make Walker from Turtle 3, you need to wire him so that he's falling to his death from the display shelf. I'm totally down.
This is just kind of like since I just put up the cartoon display, I just kind of threw the cartoon NECA ones up on here. And then these are the knockoff ones, but I thought they looked pretty cool on the tower.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that setup before.
Yep. That's where I got it from.
That makes sense.
And then these are my combination of my two favorite things, Turtles and Transformers.
Where are those from?
New Age.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're a redeco of like a Braun figure they made. And they just did Ford with the Turtles, and they're actually really nice.
Mr. Ryan Clark, I agree entirely. This is some quality content right here. I don't care if that was sarcastic or not. I love this. This is amazing.
There's my quarter scale, and then I've got some of the TMT figures just up top there. And we've got some of the redos, like the 25th anniversary ones up there. This is the Rise display, but I put a bunch of various Turtles on there. So at the theater, you got the movie ones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
Then the red shell or red bandana Nickelodeon ones, which I know a lot of people give them crap, but I like them because they remind me of the Mirage. You know,
I acknowledge Mr. Ryan Clark. He said it most certainly was not. I love me some awesome shelf picks. Hell yeah. All those second Punk Frogs will be nice to get them in there.
And I think most of collectors are collector experts, like experts in collecting, but they're also become experts in displaying, and they like seeing and getting ideas from other people and how they're displaying stuff. And they're impressed when somebody has an amazing display like either one of these Daves do.
And here's my originals. There's my very first Mikey.
Oh, look at that. There's the chain. Yeah.
The chains. God, that's cool.
And I got Splinter down there, and he's with the baby turtles and Mutagen. Then in the other room, you got the youngins training.
Oh,
that's awesome. Neb in the chat, I don't have my 10 back set on display. I have a big grandiose plan of how I'm going to display them so that they're safe from UV light and all that jazz. It's a project for another day.
Here's my Turtle Force membership when they had those memberships with the original toys.
Yeah, buddy. God, that's cool. Oh, Mitch Falcon putting up the link for the New Age toys. FYI, they are called Pizza Fighters.
Yeah. Yep. There's an original van, and then that's the repo.
Are they identical?
They are close. The slight color change, but
They're
pretty close. Yeah.
I think if you left the repro out and let it sun fade a little bit.
Yeah, then you'll probably get. And then I've got another animated one that I just kind of recently set up and kind of put most of the 2012s that I got.
Man,
so good. And those were what you were digging out the other day, right?
Yeah, I have some more that I can open up now that I have some space. And then here's a few of the 2003 Turtles that I had open.
So good.
And then some random ones. I got, Spider Bites. He's clinging on while role playing. Some more Turtle vans.
I got to get that Cowabunga Carl van. That's one that
that thing's sweet. I do like that.
But there's my Mega Bloks Technodrome, which, if anybody didn't know, is actually bigger than the Classics Technodrome.
Yeah.
And then we got some NECA stuff.
Woo!
Just a little bit. Jesus.
Yep. And here are the original ones. So these are some of my favorites. Then I've got Comic-Con one that's signed by Laird.
Oh,
wow.
I know. I said signatures aren't that big a deal, but it was just...
That's a good one to have, yeah.
And then I got the white set. And Bebop, Rocksteady, the Bunny Guys. Oh, there's the April with the Mausers. Then finally the Shredder. I started running out of room, so some of these guys are getting hidden behind.
So nice, they layer it twice.
Pretty much, yeah. Some of them are layered 3 times when you get up to these guys. that, the shredders, this fun little things. And then I got the video game ones down here.
Wonder where you got those.
Yeah, I know.
I sold him those back in the day.
Ah.
Because I had missed out on them. And I got
I
some
need to get on
blimps
that
there.
line. I have the Bebop and the Rocksteady ordered, the Pirates, but I don't have any of the other video game ones. And I take that back. I do have the Shocking Turtle one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That
I need to get on those. The
They're
line,
nice.
like just looking at yours, the turtles I'm not thrilled by just because I have a million turtles, but the Slash and the Shredder and the Baxter.
But there's also
and
leather.
and Leatherhead too. Absolutely,
Yeah.
man. I need to get on that.
I ended up repainting the Slash because I hated the cartoon version of Slash, so I painted away the pixelization so that he just looks like a normal.
Here's
character.
another prized possession.
Whoa.
They're all individual, but they link together to make the original scene from the original comic, and then my favorite poster.
So good. Poor Mikey. No love.
I know he's faded off in the background like that, but I just love that image. And I've got some turtle games down here, and then I've got some artwork that I've had people do.
That's a great looking wall, just the way you have everything situated and placed.
Yeah, I just
That's
kind of
cool,
randomly threw it up there.
Yeah,
And then
but it looks good.
here's that comic I was telling you about. There's my very first.
Friggin'
And then
Warner.
if anybody cares about Transformers,
Look at this.
Hoi.
I know it's Turtle Talk, but it's.
Dude, I know nothing. I know a little bit about Transformers, and I just sat there gobsmacked. Oh, Mr. Ryan Clark throwing it out there. Any turtle cereal, or did I miss that?
Turtle cereal? No, but I have a cereal bowl over there.
Okay.
And then here's my G1s. So anybody interested in G1 Transformers?
Tons of boxes. Do you have a bunch of turtle boxes too that we just didn't see?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh man, dude, it's insane.
It looks great with the boxes behind them. That looks fantastic.
Yeah, most of those are all the reprints the redos that they did. But
but still, it still looks awesome.
Yeah, here's some of the 2003 turtles. These are the little bit of room I had to put figures. So here's the original 4, and then Shredder and Splinter. And then I've got my turtle comics.
Whoa.
They are.
See, I'm glad that I'm not the only one with. There's the wrap. Travis Ripley. This is our special guest, Dave Tessler's home. He has the turtle stash. Oh, Mitch Falcon. Question for those assembled: what TMNT figure would you love to see made? We'll get to that after the tour. I got a few to.
I know we did your Tressler. I know we did your top 5. Do you have a number 1 most prized possession?
Out of everything I've got here,
Sure.
that would have to be my Turtle second print comic.
Okay.
Just because that's what started everything. The Turtle.
That makes sense. Yeah, I love that.
And I've got some Turtle trades and everything.
Travis Ripley asks, so many toys, do you sell them?
I see. That's the thing. I'm not a seller. It generally is too much just trouble for me. So
how do you? I don't know if I know we're in the middle of a tour, but in general, how do you get the majority of your stuff? Are you just an eBayer, or are you out hunting stuff? I know you said you only buy stuff when you come across it.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I've bought some things off eBay if there's some particular thing I'm looking for.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just like when I go to a show, if I find something, I always thought these were kind of cool. The old role-playing.
Oh, the miniatures.
Miniatures.
Oh, cool. That's very cool. Wow.
I got a stack of those right there, and I've just got various stuff all over the place. That I've been in this house a couple years now, so I'm still kind of finalizing everything.
Sure.
You know?
And I mean, the amount of turtle merchandise out there is not ending anytime soon. Anything from kids' toys to adult collecting toys. And I'm sure every Christmas, if a family member is like, well, what do I get Dave for Christmas this year? They just get you any random turtle thing that they find in the store. Like
Well,
I
see,
saw,
that's the
I saw to the
problem.
right over there, that Michelangelo on the bottom. I know that's a Halloween candy bowl.
Yep. Yep, it's filled with the parts to the little zip line thing.
There you go. See, that's kind of stuff I'm talking about. It's everything. If a product exists, if it's a shoe or a sock or a shelf, there's a turtle themed whatever. You know what I mean? And so you can only have so much of it. That basement's only so big.
There's that brand new classic release.
Yep, there's the classic one. Which I if they throw red bandanas on them and throw some old Eastman Laird artwork on
That's all
I
you.
am such a sucker.
Oh
But
man,
yeah, here's there's that Bebop, and then the Rocksteady.
right on.
Now maybe I might like those.
Yeah, they're so funky, but you know they're not they're not. Okay.
Are they based off of the cartoon episode where? Oh, we lost.
There he is.
There he is. Are they based off the cartoon crossover episode?
No, these came out in 2014, 2013.
Oh wow, okay.
They've been out for a while. Oh man, so we got a bunch of questions in the chat. Do you have WWE turtles?
I don't and I don't have the Ghostbuster ones because that was just a little too much of a crossover for me.
Right on.
I'm not a wrestling guy. I like Ghostbusters as they are, but the figures they just didn't really do it for me.
Right on. Travis Ripley asks, climate controlled room? I mean, it's your basement.
Air conditioned.
Yeah. Insurance for your collection.
People ask that all the time, and I'm like, if it burns down, it's a lot of plastic. But I like my stuff, but I don't know. I'm not a huge. If it's lost, it's lost.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, what came first, the turtle or the ooze?
Well, the turtle had to come first because it existed before the ooze was created.
Touche. Well, and that brings us back.
There we go.
Whoa.
So that's
there we go.
A rough look at my stuff. I've got totes and bins yet, things that I still need to put out. But
You have bins upon bins upon bins of that stuff.
I do. Turtles and Transformers. That's the thing.
It's the way to go, man.
Here's an important question: are you married?
Yes.
You are, okay. I'm assuming that the wife is to two women. Is that what you said?
No. With 2 kids.
Oh, with 2 kids. Okay. So I mean, that's a whole nother batch of questions. I'm assuming the wife is on board for this.
Yeah, and I was doing this before I met her. I've been collecting. When I was young, I didn't have a whole lot of money, so I still have all my original toys from when I was a kid.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
took care of them. So I have everything, and I always told her, this stuff came before you did. So,
oh boy, that's awesome. And the kids, you told me that they're older. They're in their teens. Are they? Obviously, they've been around this their entire lives.
Yeah,
have
they
they
don't really
always been? They don't care. What about when they were younger? I mean, they like toys. Were they allowed down in Dad's room?
Yeah, when they were younger, I let them play with my stuff.
That's fantastic.
Play with my classic turtles. Actually, that repo van that I got,
Yeah.
I bought for my son because that's about the time it came out.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then when he was done with it, I just put it into my collection.
Sure.
It
And
was
the
like
daughter,
a library.
Here.
Yeah. A couple folks asking, do you have any of the turtle pies from Hostess or the wrappers? I'm guessing.
I do have some of the wrappers.
Nice.
Wow, great.
And do you?
When I was younger, I took a old photo album, and I was actually clipping ads and stuff out of newspapers for the turtles. I mean, I still have my original tickets from the movies, and I would.
That's
put
crazy.
some
So the turtle pie wrappers you have are your personal turtle, like you ate the pie out of the wrapper.
Yeah, I put it in that photo album.
That is great.
Panther
that's why you need to get framed.
When you hyped Tussler's collection, you did not short it even by a little. That collection is a sight to behold. I told you, nobody believes me when I'm just like, you don't understand.
And to me, it's just like, this is just the stuff I like.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you do something for 30 years. And it's built.
I've just barely lived that long, so I'm working on it. Travis, I love those pies. I wish they remade them. They still make the vanilla pudding pie. It's just not green.
Yeah, it's got to have that visual,
Yeah.
That's what makes it taste.
Just close your eyes and bite into the weird cream-filled ooze.
Yeah.
That made me cringe just saying, oh no.
I used to like turtle cereal. That was good.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Pink Wanda. Travis Ripley, have you seen the new Turtles toy book? Rad Plastic.
I haven't seen it. Wheeler's got it.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
I haven't gotten a copy yet, but that's something I do want to get. Is that something that's on your to-do list? Like, as in something that you want to get? Trussler?
I might. I know Dave told me to get it, and I just didn't. Only because I get so much stuff.
Sure.
But I may just break down and get it when I can.
I don't get a lot of the source book stuff, but this is so cool because it has breakdowns of the artwork and concept sketches and prototypes
and box art, just box art in general. I would take a book on box art.
See, I was a little hesitant just because it's not an official product. So I was, what is this stuff they're being put in? Is it actually legit?
But it has insane stuff like that. This was going to be one of the play sets.
That's cool.
Isn't that nuts? Sorry, I'm trying to navigate around this, but it's insane. It has pictures of the concepts for when they were pitching all the license crossovers. That's where all those Star Wars Ninja Turtle images came up. I mean, they had everything from Transformers, Doctor Who, Star Wars. It's nuts. And then stuff like just packaging concepts.
Yeah.
I need to get this book.
Yeah, it's amazing. It is.
I know
rad.
he's making it sound like it's something I'm going to need.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, again, it's one of those things when it comes to the source book stuff, I rarely will find myself just sitting down and being I'm going to read this.
Yeah.
I'll flip through it and be like, oh, I like this, I like that, flipping through it. I legit sat down and read this cover to cover in a night. I was like, what?
How do you get that? How do you get that book? Is that the only way I know to get it is to contact the guy, directly the guy who authored the book on Facebook and just order directly through him. But is there a website or anything?
So if you look up Rad Plastic, I believe it's actually radplastic.com. Yep. Head over there. Boop.
There you go.
It is sold out right now. He said it's going to a second printing. But yeah, he has a bunch of cool stuff. So yeah,
cool.
I can't recommend it. What?
I think he talked to me.
It's dude. I gotta say, as a toy collector, as a toy maker, and as a Turtles fan, it combined everything. It was just oh my god. So yeah, Travis, it is freaking sold out right now. Again, he's mentioned that it is going to a second printing, I believe. It's chris@radplastic.com or contact him through Facebook. All those links are on the website. Just a really cool resource book. Legit, I between that and Pixel Dan's Motu book, there's just it's so cool. As a vintage toy dude, as a modern toy dude, just being able to look through that, it's oh, this is so neat. This is the stuff that fascinates me.
Agreed. Have you gotten the Pixel Dan book yet?
I have. It's upstairs.
Okay, no, I don't need to see it. I'm waiting. I'd much rather buy it from him in person, just because I think we run into him a lot more often than the Red Plastic guy.
Yeah,
and I think that
he's in your
benefits
area,
more.
He's
not far. I think he's 2 hours from me. So we do the same shows.
Yeah. Oh, Panther 10. I'm still bummed that the official TMNT encyclopedia that was on Kickstarter a while ago was a no-show. It was fully funded by the guy who just ran off. Yeah. Such a bummer. So I got to pull up one thing. So when I was cleaning, or not cleaning, but when I was putting everything out, I found a treasure that I was not expecting.
What could this be?
Now the real trick, I have to get it out of the display without knocking everything over.
Be careful.
Yeah. Oh, like a heathen, especially considering the trading card market currently. I have my full sets of trading cards in their like acrylic stacks. Like
Oh, the
turtle
little
card?
the little card holders, yeah.
yeah. So I took my vintage pizza trucker and I was like, man, what's full? I folded up something and I put it in to hold the pizzas in from getting taken out. It's one of the OG Playmates.
Oh, nice.
Cells.
Oh, I love my 6-year-old loves those now. Like I would sit on my bed when I was a kid and just stare at these things. It's a checklist.
yeah.
It's a checklist.
Yep.
That's all we needed.
I had that and I had the old JCPenney catalog and I was circling, this is what I want for Christmas, you know? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, dude. Like,
is there anything on there that never came out?
No, I'm pretty sure everything on this came out because this was pretty late in the line. I'm just running through it real quick. Cause yeah, all the mutation stuff got released. Yeah, I think everything on here. I think maybe the Samurai Scooter didn't. I don't think it was released in the line that they said it was going to be released.
Oh,
in.
gotcha.
I think it ended up seeing a release later on. Oh, there we go. Nightwing GL. Yeah, eventually they couldn't fit it all in the card back, so they did the foldouts.
That makes sense.
Pixel the Handbook is Spank Bank. The book. Oh, this. I'm trying to keep up with the chat.
You're doing great.
I'm
just also staring at the thing.
It.
Oh, somebody put the book for Rad Plastic in or they put the link for the book in the chat. Just radplastic.com.
Yep. But yeah, man. There's something here like
I have a Transformer one.
Thanks, Mitch.
The Mutaraft was one that I don't know why, but as a kid, I know I saw it. Where'd it go? This stupid thing. I don't know why I thought it was so dang cool, but let's see if I can get it to focus.
The boat?
Yeah, it's come on. I'm trying to get to focus. It's not working. But yeah, this one right here.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was the coolest dang thing, and like I was like, that's the one I want to get, and like never saw it in person.
Do you have it now?
I don't. That was the thing is I remember I saw it in a KB Toys once.
Wow.
And like never again. But Travis Ripley asking about Mitch. Jesus, Mitch, you're a goddamn machine. Drop the link to the Mutaraft right there. So actually, Travs in the chat actually brought up a really good question, and I'm actually going to pose this to both of you. I know we touched on it briefly, but what was that thing that got you collecting? Not necessarily turtles, but just in general.
I'll go first, just because I don't have a very detailed answer. I talked about it a little bit in the first episode, the last month, where I started as a video game collector. And I was just trying to get a complete NES collection, the original Nintendo cartridges. I wanted one of every game that was released on the system. And to do that, I was going to pawn shops and Goodwills and garage sales. This was all recent. I wasn't a collector up until 2014. That's when I got a new job that gave me more free time. And that's when I decided to go on this hunt for these Nintendo games. Then I realized just any random stuff, whether it was a Roger Rabbit cup from McDonald's that I had when I was a kid, anything that reminded me of my childhood, I would pick that up randomly and just put it in a closet.
The nostalgia hit.
Yeah, exactly. It hit hard. And then I realized that at garage sales, I should be not only asking for video games, but now also asking for action figures. And that it just spiraled from there. And then eventually NECA released their cartoon line, and I was off to the races. But I'm a fairly new collector, relatively speaking. I mean, I'm still 7 years into it, so it's a long time. But action figure wise, I've probably only been doing this for maybe 4 years. Right. So I don't have the history that Tressler has. Tressler, I'd love to hear your story as far as how you got started, other than just the information you already gave us.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any particular moment when it started. I honestly think it's just because, like I said, when I was younger, we didn't have a whole lot of money, so I had to, take care of the stuff I had, and so never got rid of anything. I would add something to it, and then when I started working when I was younger, I would spend that money on turtle stuff and Transformers, and just kind of snowballed from there. And then so I don't think there's any real particular thing that started it. It was just the fact that I just kept everything that I got. And then I'm like, well, I got this. Now I just need to complete that little set.
Yeah.
I know that happens with comic books. I'd be like, ooh, I start reading this character. Now I want its whole backlog.
Yeah.
And so I start scrounging the dollar bins, and filling up all this stuff. But the Turtles and Transformers, stuff like that, that's kind of the same way. And then a lot of it nowadays it's figures that I remember seeing as a kid but never had the chance to get, So then I'll hunt that down and go, oh, this is so cool. I remember always wanting this, and a friend had it and I played with it or whatever. And now I can have it and stuff. I guess that's it.
That makes sense. Mitch Falcon would like to clarify, not machine, self-aware autonomous AI.
Travis brings up an interesting point. Travis in the chat says, do you think we collect because we were poor and we're making up for not being able to have it as kids? I didn't grow up poor. I grew up very well off. I was a very spoiled kid. If I wanted something, I got it. And maybe that's why it took me a while to get into collecting. And maybe that's why I have that big break. But if you're saying that only poor people are the ones that were collecting now, I'm a stark contrast from that. And this isn't me trying to brag. I'm just trying to say that I honestly did not have a great childhood, but my parents were very well off, and because of that, my toy collection was just fine. I actually didn't have a ton of respect for toys because of that. Because anything I wanted, I got, and if I wanted something the next day, I got that too. Nowadays, I think that that upbringing is helping me encourage my kid Connor, who's 6. I know the detriment of spoiling the kid. I'm a first degree result of a kid that was spoiled, and I would much rather have him cherish what he has than spoil him. But that said, Dad is coming home every weekend from garage sales with buckets of action figures, so trying not to spoil him after that is being difficult.
Yeah.
But I am trying my best because I know the opposite of I know the other end of it.
And see, like growing up, it was like whatever you had to take really good care of. It wasn't one of those things like we weren't destitute or anything like that. But it was the thing of, if we went to the store, you weren't getting the toy every time or anything like that. Like,
sure. It
was the thing of, when you got a figure, it was like, holy shit, this is amazing. And like, there's a reason I still have a bunch of my original Turtles and stuff, is because I did, I took really good care of them. I was terrified of busting them. I remember I got my turtle van for Christmas '91. I brought it to daycare because I was like, oh my God, my parents were like, take everything off of it so you don't lose it.
Smart.
And I brought it in, and my buddy Anthony like just dropped it, and it snapped off the door.
Classic Anthony.
And I was heartbroken. And like to this day, I have the parts to fix it. I've never fixed it. I left it as it was because it's just like, nope, that's just it's part of it.
Have you talked to Anthony since?
That's the funny thing is, like, I didn't see him till high school, I think, and he came up and he's like, oh my God, Dave Wheeler. Oh, hi, Miss Tussler. And
she's the one that deals with.
Yes. It works. It works. She's a saint.
In case you don't know, he is holding the phone to be part of this with a freaking transformer.
He showed us.
Is holding his phone.
I told him.
Gil. Stan asks, do you buy incomplete figures for your collection, and do you look for weapons to complete them? I definitely do. Like if I can find incomplete figures, or like today I got some fodder figures from Dave that I'm gonna restore and put together and have some fun with. But I think that's fun. It's that diamond in the rough. Like you're sitting there just like, you dig through a bin and just be like, aha, the fish knife from Stored Shell Donatello.
You
It
know,
is
you
awesome
get that-
finding them, but it's. Go ahead, Dave.
I was gonna say that hunt is great. You know, you go
It's
through
hunt, but that's a
big
difficult hunt.
Yeah,
It
but
is.
you go to a big pile of garbage at some garage sale or thrift store, and you're like, that little piece of plastic crap that's sitting in the bottom of a box for 5 years. That's the one piece I need to complete a figure.
Yeah,
That's a great
awesome.
feeling. Absolutely.
Speaking of chunks of crap that you find at garage sales, here's the Mutaraft. Just wanted to put it out there. This, guys, this is that weird one that was the one that got away.
I have no
Go back to that
recollection.
picture. Go back to the front, because the front wasn't the Mutaraft. The upper corner is the Mutaraft, but
No, that's what it was. It transformed.
Folds.
it did.
Yeah,
Hold on.
It looks
I'll be
like
right
a
back.
space shuttle for the lake.
yeah, pretty much. Like again, I thought this thing was so cool. Real floating. Sorry, didn't mean to.
Hollow
Whoa.
plastic.
We lost Dan. I think we killed him.
He had some flashback memories of a floating.
Not the
spaceship.
Mutaraft. Gail Benning, though there are a ton of collectors that never seek the vintage toys they had or couldn't have as kid. I know that for a fact. Like that, I worked at a comic shop. So many people would come through. Oh my God! there it is.
How does this transform? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I thought that was the whole point of it. I've never owned it, man.
Like, wings folded out.
I'm legit. It does fold out.
So that was
Wheeler, this is in very bad condition, but I'm definitely sending this to you.
Okay. You don't have to do that.
It has wings that come out.
Yeah.
Like these things go in and out. The fins on the side go out, and this is very incomplete. As long as you want this thing, I'll send it to you. But this is just sitting in my junk pile.
Yes. You
Make
guys, I'm
dreams
going to
come
do a
true.
full review of the Mutaraft on this channel. Just randomly, I'm going to be like, look at it. Look at it. Sorry. Oh, God. The chat jumped on me again. I have actually been moving away from physical collections, have been moving more towards knowledge about subjects I like. Also, just been trying to downsize. I hear that. Dave, I love your collection. My wife would kill me. We don't have the space. Like, so
I
it's a thing
understand.
of like trying to like focus it. I mean, as I posted the other day, I did one of these. Like, this is the display, and I just kept getting bombarded by the image of the executioner from Thor Ragnarok of look at my stuff, and I'm just like, no, it's not like that. Like, it brings me inspiration. I like.
Are we going to talk about your new setup?
Sure. I mean, we
I
definitely
do.
can.
It
Hey,
looks unbelievable.
Panther 10. One of my friends used to have a bunch of turtle figs, but he would only keep one set at a time, so he would always have extra sets of weapons to give me in case my sister chewed mine up. Wow.
Wow.
Oh God, Wheeler voguing. Don't you judge. I'm beautiful. That looks really familiar. I don't know if that one I had as a kid, but I've definitely played with one in a friend's collection. Dude, that Mutaraft thing, like I said, it's one of those weird things where, where you get that weird attachment to something. Like it's that weird, like, one that got away scenario. Like I'm sure you guys have had it, whether it be, it's right there. But you know what I mean? And you know what? I think we're gonna start with that. We'll get over to the collection. I'll move this around and we can check out the new setup and all that. But what was that one? What was that one that comes to mind that got away?
Ooh, good question.
Like, and it doesn't have to be turtles. It can be Transformers. It can be video games. It can be just anything vintage.
Oh, Trustler, do you have one?
I'm trying to think what would the best one be that got away. I'm sure I've got a few, but generally the ones that got away I hunted down later on.
Oh, I got one. I always get them confused, but not the real Ghostbusters, but the other Ghostbuster
the
line.
Ghostbusters?
Yeah. I would go to my cousin's house, and she had...
What's up, Real Fletch?
She had a couple of the figures, but she didn't have most of them. The only one I know she had is the small pink bat.
Holy shit! Sorry, I got to put it
Oh,
out
look,
there.
yeah, I see it. Go.
The Major Wrestling Fig podcast just rated us. Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Oh, that was nice.
I'm Dave Wheeler. This is Dan, but you might know him better as Mark Bitters.
I'm Mark Bitters. Hey, guys. I saw Carrie's in here.
And that's Dave Tussler down there. Oh, man, D Freedom Husvar. Jump play a GTA. What up, everybody?
Husvar's on vacation. Wow.
Yeah, I know. He's down for friggin' All Out. Or not all Double or Nothing.
Yeah, there you go.
Everything.
Guys, thank you so much. Yeah.
WrestleTalk. Mark Bitters. Who's Dan?
Yeah, there you go.
By the way, Husvar, we gotta plug the MWO because they're in here now.
Oh, great idea.
MWO podcast. It's wrestling. Dave here.
What? In the Archie comics, the Turtles intergalactic wrestling.
I know. Hell yeah. And spoiler alert, I'm working on some customs.
Ooh.
Yeah, those will be coming soon. Gadzoots. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Billy.
Holy crap. What up, Billy? Wow, sorry, that exploded really, really quick. Welcome to Turtle Talk. We're talking turtles tonight. We don't just talk about turtles on this channel. We talk about all things retro toys, and we do all kinds of weird programming on here. So if you like toys, which I know y'all do, throw a follow, throw a subscribe on YouTube if you're there. Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
We've been talking with Dave Tussler down here. I don't know why I did this. I think it's because we've been talking wrestling too.
What do you got down there? What?
No, Dave Tussler's right there. We go, right down there.
There we go. He's down that way. Yeah.
It's hard. But good Lord. Okay, now I got to catch up on the chat.
Good luck.
If you got any questions, Dave Tussler here is a masterful turtle collector, as you can see from his beautiful stash behind him.
This isn't even a 16th of Tussler's collection, guys. If you have a second, go back and check the YouTube video of this. The Tussler gave us a whole tour of his collection. It is insane.
It is absolutely beautiful. We've been talking about a little bit of everything. Turtles. We've been talking about the one that got away. Mine's horribly embarrassing. Because it's the Mutaraft, which apparently I won't be
until today.
Yeah.
We're making dreams come true with the Mutaraft.
Tommy boy, you monster! Panda 10. How do we qualify the one that got away? Does it have to be a figure that we saw or in the toy aisle or never bought? I'm just saying, like when you guys think of a toy that like you want in your collection that you know you had the chance to get, what is that toy? Like what is that opportunity?
So before the raid happened, I was explaining that when I would go to my cousin's house as a kid, I had to be 9 years old. She had it's the original Ghostbusters line, not the Peter Venkman, not the Slimer, not the Marshmallow Man. This was the giant gorilla and the ghosts and the pink bat. And the pink bat is the figure that I remember. It was this big, and I loved going to my cousin's house and playing with that pink bat, and I never found it in stores. And since then, those figures have skyrocketed on eBay, and I've got three. It's crazy. I've got 3 save searches on eBay for them, and every time they come up, there are like bootleg minifigures of them that come up for a little cheaper. But the original ones, the one that I need to get, is always through the roof, and I refuse to pay it because I know I'll eventually, as soon as I buy it on eBay, the next week I'm going to find it at a garage sale for a quarter. Right.
Well, now that I know, I'll keep an eye out. I saw the card once at a swap here up in
that's area. Awesome. Yeah, I love that whole line.
Turtle Talk again. I love it. Wait, Dan. By the way, Dan. So I knew Dan first as Mark Bitters from the Major Pod Group.
Everybody does, yeah.
And so, like, you were on the MWO podcast, and you were like, "Oh, it's Dan." And I just couldn't get Charles's voice out of my head from the first Turtles movie. Dan. I was just like,
Dad, it's just Dan now.
Yeah. Gail Benning, Wheeler, what are you using as base bodies for the turtle wrestlers? I got a beat up set of the NECA Toon Turtles, the control art colors, like the bright green ones. So I'll be doing full repaints on them. Raid. I feel like a Viking Raider. Wesley, if you feel like a Viking Raider, you have to do a cartwheel and you have to do silly.
That's the rule.
I love War Machine, and I take nothing away from them, but cartwheels all around. Gallows and Anderson Elites. Those another set that's just up there now price wise. Tracy the Gorilla. There we go.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
of
Billy,
course
that-
you are, Billy.
That makes sense, yeah.
Dang it.
So what did you guys miss
Why
out
don't
on?
we- are you asking the chat or are you asking Dave?
No, I'm asking you guys. I'm asking the Trussler. Is there one that you missed out on that comes to mind?
The one that comes to mind is a G1 sideswipe. I've always wanted that figure, and I still don't have one. I always like that red Lamborghini G1, but
Yeah,
I have a repo of one, but I want to get the classic
The OG.
G1. Yep, I want to get one.
Hell yeah.
I've always wanted it and still have never gotten it.
Nice. Smash Key Aloha. Who do you think will make Scratch first, Super 7 or NECA?
that's a good question.
I gotta imagine NECA will probably get to him. Like
You think?
Super 7, I
think
feel
Super
like it's
7.
going to be a ways off. Just because of
I also think Super 7 would go that route.
I have no
I think
idea.
NECA is doing the cartoon stuff, and he wasn't huge in the cartoon, while Super 7 is doing the playmate
with
stuff.
Scumbag.
Like when
Agreed.
But
saw
neither
that.
But Scumbag the figure was, or Scumbag, I guess I see what you're saying. I think Scumbag is more universally known because of the figure, and because of that, he makes a good NECA figure because people know him.
For sure.
The Scratch, you have to be a hardcore turtle collector to know what a Scratch is. And because the NECA set doesn't focus on the figure specifically, but the Super 7 line does, I agree with Tressler. I think Super 7 is going to be the first one to get there.
Yeah, I don't know. It at this point, who knows? They're making Antrax by NECA. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable.
And I feel like Super 7, they got a lot of turtles and a lot of sub characters to get through before they get to Scratch. I know Scratch is one of note for sure, but
NECA also, I will give you that NECA pumps them out a lot faster than Super 7 does. NECA releases 6 at a time, and Super 7 does like a set every 7 months.
Well, it's every quarter they've been releasing.
Okay, there you go.
And yes, Goji King, we're still going. We're here. 8 to 10. We're here. Any TMNT wish list from either Super Set? Oh, so this was one of the questions I was going to drop to you guys after we got to where we were going. I really had planned that out better in my head before it came out of my mouth. But what are I'm going to do 5 again. Top 5 NECA, top 5 Super 7 for your perfect 10. So let's start with NECA. What would be your top 5? And I guess because that kind of restricts it to the movie and cartoon realm, but I would argue that you could go Mirage too.
Okay, as long as we're including all 3, we should be okay. Yeah, Wingnut's on my list. I was much more of a figure guy growing up than a cartoon guy. Now my love of the figures made me watch the cartoon, but my real passion is for the original turtle figures. That said, I prefer the NECA figures way more than the Super 7 figures because I can get the original figures. I can get the stuff I love. I don't need a more articulated, nicer polished Super 7 figure. I don't have any of the Super 7 figures. I would love a Wingnut. We didn't get. I'm so confused by the last 3 weeks or those 3 weeks of NECA. We didn't get a Wingnut, right?
No Wingnut.
I don't even know what I ordered at this point.
Dude, you're taking one by Wingnut and Screw Loose.
That'd be a great one, right?
Yes.
That'd be nice.
Do you want me to rattle off all 5? You want me to go one by one?
Yeah, let's just go. Let's go. You know what? Let's do one each, and that way
I think that's the way to go.
We can do it. So Wingnut, you going with Wingnut?
Yeah.
There, Dan. Dave, what about you?
Oh, that's a good one. That was a good one. I was thinking, you know what? We need a good neutrino.
Neutrino, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And there's 3 of them they can do right there, but we just need a good cartoon accurate one.
That's a great call.
I actually have my OG neutrinos in my NECA cartoon display because they scale perfectly. They
look great. Yeah, they not only they scale great, but they also look great.
Yeah, they fit in so nicely.
Yeah.
I gotta go actually. Johnny W for life, definitely Honeycut, Fugitoid, man.
Yeah, he was on my list too.
Fugitoid makes both brands for me. Like that's both checked off on that list for me.
I wasn't today's years old, but it definitely was within the past 8 months that I learned that Fugitoid had the flip open chest on the original figure. I had no idea, and I had that figure as a kid. I just had no idea that the thing flipped open.
Oh man,
yeah, you can attach his.
Sorry. Speaky Geeky is another regular from the comic shop. I can't imagine Wingnut from the Fred Wolf Screw Loose won't be coming pretty soon.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta imagine. Thinking Neutrinos would be a San Diego Comic Con exclusive. Probably that way they can bring in the Zentaur as well. That would be dope. Oh man, good. Now we got a lot. Oh, Mitch Falcon.
Oh, I don't like links. This is this is
Where we
going to
get
cost me money
dangerous.
no matter what this is. I will take a look at that in a second. So we're on my second one. Give me for NECA. I want on the. Oh, he sent me a link to original Ghostbusters.
Oh man, Felix Q, thank you so much for tuning in. And Willkommen. I don't speak German. I apologize. I know very little. But hey, welcome.
Oh, those are awesome. Thanks for the link. So my next NECA guy I'm going to go with the movie turtle set. Give me, I don't know the guy's name, the professor in the Ninja Turtle 2 movie, the guy who April interviews for the news, the guy who makes the ooze. What's the guy's name?
Oh, poodle skirts.
I'm sure the chat's going to blow up.
It's
I can see him.
Jordan Perry.
Yeah, Professor Perry.
Professor Perry, yes. I need a Professor Perry figure.
There we go. Damn it. He's on my list as well. David?
I'm going to go with the comics, and I'm going to say Renette.
Oh, dang, right on.
Because there's really no figure of her.
Yeah.
I think of. So that'd be pretty cool to fit in with that turtle lore and stuff.
Fingers crossed. I'm gonna argue that this would be done by NECA because it's from the comics.
Yeah.
But it's from the Archie comics and it's Worm.
Oh,
because
good call. Yeah.
Worm the vintage toy.
On that first comic.
Yeah, exactly. Worm the vintage toy, not nearly as terrifying as Worm in the Archie comic book, because he literally goes, "I want the hot flesh," and it's like, I don't want to give you the hot flesh. Go away, please.
All right, so we're on number 3. We talked about it earlier. I know we're getting in April already. I'm gonna get greedy. Give me a Paige Turco.
Yeah.
I want an April from. Yeah, the April from the second movie. Who was April in the third movie? Was it Paige again? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a Ninja Turtle 2. Give me Secret of the Ooze. April.
Hell yeah. What about you, Dave?
Well, I think Neck would probably be best with this one, but a Cuddly the Cowlick.
That actually just popped up. I want a giant cowhead. So fun story. Along with those 4 wrestling turtles, I have devised a way to make a Cuddly.
Have you? Where he can actually swallow everybody?
No. One step at a time, man. I just figured out how to make a giant cartoon cow head, okay? But I did figure out, so I found this really horrible Halloween mask. And it's cartoony, but I'm going to get it. I'm going to stuff it with spray foam, and then I'm going to cut off the jaw because I wanted to articulate the jaw, but I'm going to basically glue a Frisbee on, essentially, and light it so that it'll have the, like the circulating LEDs. And it's going to, I literally have a hook already up in my corner that I'm just going to have Cuddly the Cowlick hanging from my lovely card or ceiling over there. Paige. And I want a giant cowhead. So
there you go.
Cuddly is on my list. I don't think we'll get a Cuddly, but how badass would this be? So this is my number 3, 4, or 4?
3.
Okay, number 3. I'm gonna say San Diego Comic Con exclusive 4-pack Cuddly the Cowlick with the 4 wrestling turtles. Cuddly is the packaging, and he has he has a Ninja Turtle mask or something that slides on as the slip cover. That when you take it off, then you just have a nice Cuddly to throw up in the corner.
That would be cool.
My 4th one just got stolen in the chat.
Usagi?
Yeah. There's been no confirmation that we're getting to Usagi yet, right?
I thought Super 7 said that they are doing one. They haven't.
I don't care about Super 7. All I care about is NECA.
I'm gonna convert you, damn it.
They are really nice.
Yeah.
My rule with toy, there's so much out there right now, right? My rule is if they made a toy originally, other than the NECA cartoon line is the only exception to this rule that I have. If they made a toy that I have when I was a kid, I cannot go out and buy a remake of it. I need to just get the original one. Yes, that looks amazing. I get it.
Okay,
But
it.
it's I
That's
I
a
can't
good
go
rule.
down. I can only collect so many things. As you can see my collection back here behind. This isn't all of my collection, but in ratio to what you guys have versus what I have, behind me is a perfect example or a perfect a segment of what I have versus compared to what you guys have.
Do you
here we
have
go. Brian
best
Flynn
tournament
said they
fighter?
will as soon as the new TV show does their thing first. So I'm guessing that's the Usagi show on Netflix.
That makes sense. Okay. What'd you ask, Tressler?
So do you have the NES cartridge tournament fighter for the turtle game?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm 7 carts away from a complete turtle collection, or not turtle
Nice.
collection, NES collection. Yeah. I was much more video games first than anything else before the action figures. I've been at 7 carts. There's 674 licensed carts for NES, and I've been at 7 for a long time. The cartridges that I need range anywhere from. There are some cheap ones. I think there's like an $80 game. That's the cheap one, but they go all the way up to like. It used to be an $1,100 cart. Now it's I think a like $1,500 or $1,400 cart. Little Samson.
That track and field or whatever it is.
No, that one's like 10 to 12K. That one I'm
Oh.
not even getting. Yeah, I'm not even counting that one.
Oh man.
Okay, so where are we?
Sorry, Geeker Queen dropped this in the
Number 4.
chat. Does anyone have an issue with older toys with sounds just randomly going off? I have an old shredder that makes some kind of horrible ninja action sound. Or is it just this one on shredder I found at a flea market?
Batteries are going back.
I was gonna say, Dave and I talked about this earlier today, of it just randomly like those random figures where it's just like I have a Venom, like that had like the sound pack where it's like I'm gonna eat your brains, die, Spider-Man, like that would randomly kick off. Like I would have it in my backpack or something, and it would go off, and people would be like, "The hell!" Like,
Yeah.
every damn time.
Oh,
So is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, since Dave went the wrestling route, we got to have Tree and Stump as the announcers for it.
Ooh, hell yeah!
Ooh.
Round it out.
Let me look that up
You
real
got the
quick.
whole intergalactic thing.
Damn it! That just changed my last my last one. I gotta go a 2-pack of Ace Duck and Leatherhead, then to round out like and Crying Hound.
I was gonna say Crying Hound. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good one.
to round it out as like just the weird, like give me all the wrestling, the intergalactic wrestling turtles. Like when they
those
announced,
Archie stories were so good.
they were,
you know,
they were so
Yeah.
weird, and I loved them.
Yeah.
Oh, Joey Hudson in the chat. What up, dude?
Oh, what's up, Joey? I didn't recognize the name. Yeah, that's definitely Hudson.
There's a 14-inch John Cena figure that randomly yells all the time.
Oh, can you see it?
That's where you just hide it. Like just hide it around the house. And just, it's John Cena. It'd be so good.
Okay.
Okay,
one.
last one.
I honestly don't even know if he had to be in the cartoon, just because I believe every figure made an appearance in the cartoon. Is that correct?
Oh no, they were definitely something that were
okay. My favorite figure as a kid, I have no idea if he was in the cartoon or not. And in fact, I would actually prefer if NECA. That's an interesting question. If they made a figure as a kid and he didn't appear in the cartoon, would NECA still make a figure of them? I mean, my gut reaction is no. But it'd be cool to see what they could do and how they could like change it into a cartoon version of the figure. I'm talking about Ray Fillet. I loved Ray Fillet when I was a kid.
Ray Fillet was in the cartoon for sure.
Oh, he was. Okay.
He wasn't called Ray Fillet though. I'm trying to remember what he was.
They gave
called.
him a new name. Oh, I don't like that.
Wasn't he like Rayman or something like that, or Ray Dude or something?
Something. Yeah.
No, he wasn't Dude.
We'll just call him Raymond.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I could definitely see that, and I geeked out when they announced that Super 7 was doing it, and my number one question is, does it change colors? And they won't.
Right.
will not say if it does or does not yet. Oh, Travis Ripley in the chat. More fun, comic book or cartoon or toys?
More fun. Okay, that's an interesting qualifier.
I gotta go toys. Sorry,
I
you
gotta
can
go
tell me.
toys. Yeah, agreed.
That's a toss between comics and toys. The comics have brought me so much joy, but the
Hell
toys
yeah.
I can more often. I guess I have to go toys too.
Oh, here we go. Cartoon version, but he was very different. No, he was Ray Fillet in cartoon as well. Oh, okay. I thought they
looked
called him
different.
something different for some reason.
I was thinking in the Archie comic.
Maybe it's the comic that he's called something different. Since NECA is doing TMNT, do you think they'll be able to do TMNT movies or the Bay TMNT movies? I don't care if they do the Bay TMNT. I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. That's just not my cup of tea. But I would assume since they have the movie license.
Even Trussler wouldn't get it. Wow.
Yeah.
No, I would get it. I just don't need it.
Just Ray, and it looks way different. There we go.
It's just Ray now, Dad.
Thank you, Billy. So yeah, no, okay. So we have the top 5. I guess that was top 5 NECA. Super 7. I know Dan, you're kind of you're out of that, but Tussler, just rattle off the 5 that you get high quality, monstrous, fucking masterfully done.
Now, am I sticking with PS Playmates toys because that's kind of what they're doing?
Yeah, I would say so because they're basically doing all those.
Yeah, well, one of them would be Hothead. I think he would be a really cool.
Oh, that's yeah.
Super. Another one would be a really good Triceraton. I've always liked the Triceratons. So a nice
Dinosaur Man. It's fucking cool.
Right?
I'm looking at some figures here just for fresh ideas. But I would just say
have this out. So I'm just like,
He's got a cheat sheet.
But like Dave said, a Fugitoid, if you had like that scale of Fugitoid, all the different possibilities they could have for attachments and everything would be really cool.
And maybe vac metal.
And vac metal, yes. Oh God, what was another one?
I would love like a Comic-Con 4-pack by Super 7 that has just like it's got Scratch, it's got Hotspot, it's got the what's the camel's name? I've got him behind me. I just don't know his name.
Sandstorm.
Yeah, Sandstorm and Half Court. Give me a 4-pack of those guys. There you go. There you go.
With his lamp gun.
Right. Yeah, and his carpet shield.
We'll get there, Nightwing. We'll get there.
Are they doing a Mondo Gecko Super 7?
They are.
Oh, everybody's doing one.
Yeah, Mondo. They announced Mondo before NECA did, and then NECA announced the animated one. But then NECA was just like, "Oh, but we're putting Kerma in there," and I'm like, "You bastard."
Yeah, see, I like the Playmates Mondo Gecko. That was my Mondo Gecko, not the animated one.
Ground Chuck.
That's a good call.
Yeah, and then Pizza Face would be a great one. This the detail they keep on him.
Good call.
Would you have the removable helmet, the removable hat like they had originally planned with the creepy little like?
Yeah, make it as weird and twisted as possible.
Oh, really?
I mean, he's got a pizza cutter stabbed into a pizza box for a leg.
Yeah,
he's creepy.
Do they have a TMNT figure that looks like the 8-bit arcade? They do. They have a whole line of them. NECA put out the arcade figures. Hold on, I can grab one.
I can go grab one if you want.
I have I have these guys up top, so they're actually painted so that they look like that. Also, these are definitely the Turtle in Time figures because they come with the hoverboards. But yeah, they're astounding. And would Super 7 do 2003 TMNT toys? Fingers crossed, because that would be so dope. Yeah,
that would be.
I don't know. They got a long way to go on Playmates.
What about figures based on the current IDW comics? I'm still holding my breath for those.
That's one of my biggest wishes is to dive into that IDW series. There is so many good characters in there.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the designs of the turtles are so good in that.
Well, the turtles, Alopex, Jenica. I mean, there's so many. All the mutants, the Mutanimals, everybody.
You got
Old Hob,
Hammerhead Shark. You got now I can't remember the Hawk's name.
Oh, and I'm blanking. Mondo Gecko was the best top 5 for me. Hell yeah. We need highly articulated 2003 turtles. I know, Graham. Uh, but yeah, I gotta say, like, running through my top 5, it's like I would love them to do some of the ridiculous turtle variants, but like Panda Khan is up there for sure.
Yeah.
Give
me a dirt bag.
Dirt bag would be cool. Merdude would be amazing.
The lion guy. What's the lion's name?
Lionheart.
Oh, yes.
Isn't it Lion? I think it's Lionheart.
I think that's
Lionheart.
But like, I would love like the caveman turtles, like with the dinosaurs.
Oh,
like,
if we start getting into variant, I guess they did the Samurai Leo. Is that the only variant that they did?
So far, he's the only one announced.
Okay. They're never going to end this line if they could do the variants.
Hell yeah! Sewer Surfing Mikey was like my end all be all of like weird turtle variants as a kid. I love that figure, and I'm sure they're going to do, disguise, Donnie
Space Raph. Yeah.
They'll do Space Cadet Raph, like pepperoni. Yes. At the same time, like I'm itchy. Like the 2003 Turtles would be sick. One thing that I would absolutely love is 2012 Turtles done by Super 7, because it would just be so cool to see the mishmash of those. Nightwing in the chat, Star Trek Turtles, licensing, pain in the ass. Yo. Super 7. Super Mutants would be amazing. I have those OG ones, and they actually scale pretty well with Super 7.
I need a Super 7 of this guy.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that hasn't been announced? I thought that was a layup.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll get slapped.
They have to.
Turtle. I would die if the 2003 Turtles had the stylized cell shading. Yeah, hell yeah. Dude, Jeff Matsuda's designs were astonishing.
That would be another good like San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, right? Like just the four turtles in there. You could do 4 sports, you could do 4 of the disguises, you do 4 of any of the variants ones. You could just release one every year for the next 30 years.
Oh, it'd be so easy. Super 7 does have the Star Trek license, that's true. So that'd be kind of cool to see that crossover. And Billy, I'm with you. 2012. And I know this is controversial. 2003 was cool. The OG series was cool. The 2012 series had the combination of everything for me. And I was there for it. It had a Ghostbuster joke in it. They go up into the head of...
I agree with you.
Yeah, they go into the head of the Statue of Liberty, and it says Venkman was here.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I agree with you, man. That 2012 series, it's like the IDW comic. I think they're the best versions of the Turtles.
Yeah, Gail, take it easy. Any figures based on Matsuda's would be welcome. Hell yeah. Actually, Viacom owns both TMNT and Star Trek right now. So, oh shit! There you go. There you go, Nightwing. 2012 post-apocalypse Turtles. Oh, those would be neat. Heavily horror influenced. Hell yeah. Actually, I was just goofing around, and I'm going to try to get this figure down without knocking over 1 billion figures. I want these.
I was just going to bring those up. Yes. The
Universal Monsters.
It'd be another licensing nightmare, but if they can pull that off, that would be very cool.
Dude, give me both lines. Like, I'll take all of them.
I just remembered which one I need a really good figure of, and that's Armagon.
Armagon? Hell yeah.
From the Archie comics, that design was so good.
Dude, hell yeah.
Aren't we getting one? Isn't that the shark?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I know it's not based on the figure. Oh, there was no figure. But you know what I mean. He's in the Loot Crate thing, right?
Yep. He's the video game. He's based on the tournament.
The video game, right? He's not the comic.
This is the only one that I have right now. But the Archie design was so good. That was where he first appeared, and I want that.
Dang, Zombilly, that's awesome. Billy, we need to hang out, man. I'm gonna come and do a show down near you, and we'll party it up. We'll get Dan to come over from Illinois. We'll just
I'm on my way.
Trifecta. We're rocking it. No, the oh my god, yeah, Super 7, like, Nightwing. I want a bearded Raph. Dude, I would love the crazy like Archie post-apocalyptic ones, like with the eye patches and stuff. Oh, that'd be neat.
Yeah, where Raph was missing the eye.
Oh god. Okay. Also, considering that it was an Archie comic, that shit got so dark.
It did.
Like,
that's what I mean. Those were some good stories in there.
Oh my god.
They get Ninjara. You know, I mean, I know they don't own the rights to that one anymore, but
Yeah,
Ninja
but you could put out a color variant of Alopex.
yeah,
Just saying,
I know.
you need somewhere in the middle. I think somewhere in the middle would be the border of Minnesota and Wisconsin, like at the very tip. But yes. So sorry, I know that was kind of an abrupt ending of that. But Nightwing GL brought it up in the chat. Vehicles. I know I brought up my weird lust for the Mutaraft. But like, what would be your top 3 vehicles that they made? Not that you have, but that they made.
Turtle
Oh,
Van,
interesting.
number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be in all 3 of our lists. Yeah. A pizza shooter. I remember sleepovers. I would bring that thing and we would just unwail on people. The pizza shooters right for me. It's right behind the turtle, the party wagon.
And I love the mutant module, that drill.
Right.
You know, that was iconic from the show.
Yeah,
also.
absolutely.
I know it was a lower end one, but the cheapskate.
I was gonna say cheapskate.
I loved the cheapskate. Johnny W, you're in Superior / West Duluth. That's awesome. I have my family's from the Iron Range. That's dope. I'm just in the Minneapolis area. Same thing with Tussler. But I think honestly, like to round it, I gotta go with the Technodrome.
Yeah.
Like I know,
sure.
Because I would argue the sewer layer isn't a vehicle; it's a playset. But
Exactly.
like the Technodrome is a vehicle and a playset. It was, you
It's
know,
got wheels. Yeah, you can't argue it's not a vehicle.
a NECA blimp. That would be dope.
No,
Blimp.
because I don't have
But
space for it.
everybody's saying the blimp. Yeah, I agree with the space thing.
The hot rod with the mutagen tank. Nice, dude. The Foot Cruiser. That is another one.
That was going to be my number 3. Was the Foot Cruiser?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's so mind-blowingly. It's a Cadillac.
But it looks cool.
It looked very cool. Yeah, I mean the other one would have been, I'm going to forget the name of it. The one from the video game that Rat King's on. It's got the snakes on the side.
The Footski.
The Footski, yes, the Footski.
Yeah.
It just
the most Minnesota sounding fucking turtle vehicle. Oh yeah, that's the Footski. Yeah.
I'd also have to say the turtle cycle, because
Yeah.
the cheapskate, the turtle cycle were the only 2 vehicles I really had as a kid. So,
Dude.
but that cycle went everywhere.
I feel like everybody had the cheapskate.
The party tubes were choice. I love the party tubes.
Yep. That and the plunger. The plunger was another like super common one.
So okay, the Neutrino hot rods. I swear they released the Neutrino hot rods, but I've never been able to find a legit release of them. Like maybe it was just one of those like Berenstein as compared to Berenstein Bears thing, where it's like I remember it so vividly, and maybe it was just a different colored Foot Cruiser or something. Hey, Pale Aragorn, we did it.
Yeah, I've seen customs.
Yeah, I've made customs. Regrettably, I've never kept one. And Foot Cruisers are so dang expensive now that it's like, can't do it.
Yeah.
Did Bebop have a motorcycle? I think Bebop, they had some sort of motorbike for the bad guys. Hold on. Let me consult my catalog.
There's a Psycho Cycle.
Yeah, the Psycho Cycle. I think that might be.
On it. Got something over there. It's another bike.
Nope, not on this one. The Star Cruiser. Oh yeah. No, I think I've said it on other streams. Like I'm hoping I can make C2E2 happen. Still haven't heard word back on that yet. But if I make it down to C2E2, we'll have to do a meetup and have some turtle talk in person.
Oh, that'd be great.
Hit up some vintage shops. Dan and I were joking about this, that like I ended up hitting up a lot more of like the city like vintage shops more often than you do, but it's only once a year, sometimes twice. But it's so good. It's so good.
I thought of some more toys that need to be made.
Yeah.
The Image comic turtles.
Ooh, Frank Fosco, man.
Yeah,
buddy.
Because we have nothing based on that series.
Throw some chunky boys in there, just the squared off turtles. Hell yeah.
But I mean, all the disfigurements and stuff that happened in that series.
Oh god,
some unique turtles.
Ooh. That's a very nice way of putting it. A very unique. Is anyone looking for that NECA the Thing figure? I haven't seen any of that like Father's Day end cap. It's they're doing McCready. There's a new King Kong with a biplane and a couple other figs that are debuting for Father's Day. But I'm very interested in that McCready figure because it's gorgeous looking.
Yeah, I've got a couple guys who are on the lookout for it.
It's a nice. I know Dan, you had brought up that like kind of retro like vibe that when you see something, it just like instantly connects you.
Yeah,
You know, the one I keep it here. I never had it as a kid, but this 90s Toy Biz Iron Man. Man, it's one of those. Again, it sits right next to my desk. I ended up getting it from like
every day.
Yeah, I ended up getting it from like a random shelf sale or something. It was weird.
Good stuff.
Nothing wrong with that, Dan. C2E2 is pricey, and you don't have to worry about paying ticket prices to get into the collector shops. Hell yeah. Oh, sucks, Pale Aragorn. It'll show up, I'm sure. But holy gadzooks, it's 9:56. We have 4 minutes left, fellas.
This flew by.
We've been burning through. But yeah, first off, Dave, I want to thank you for coming on and talking toys and showing off your insane
showing us around. Unbelievable collection, man.
Dude, I like to share.
Hell yeah. Next, so we've been doing this the last Saturday of the month. I think we're gonna stick with that. Tussler, if you want to come back, door's always open, bro.
Absolutely, man.
We'll get some folks on. It'll be super fun. Thank you, Mitch Falcon.
Mitch, you're the man.
Don't go. I'm interested in the King Kong stuff, but man, they got to move on from the same old mold to the movie designs. I know, right? Yeah. No, I'm hip with that faux show, but yeah, my brain just went to total mush. One thing I do want to bring up, because I know this is turtle and vintage related. Do you guys remember the slew of pizza flavored items that came out when we were kids? That were turtle related, where it was like pizza curls, pizza cereal, pizza. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I remember the pizza chips was a big thing. The pizza Pringles, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Pizza
combos. What?
Yeah. Pizza combos.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right. It was so good.
Pizza flavor was
Thank you, Billy. Just got back into town with no reception, so it worked out well. Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Welcome to the fold. Throw a follow. We're always on here talking all sorts of random stuff. It's gonna be great. Pizza flavored bacon. I don't remember that. I guess I have the robo to fill in tomorrow for my V fix tonight. See, we're always around. But as always, folks, yeah, I'm Dave. That's Dan. That's also Dave. Mitch is throwing all of our socials down in the comments
Thank you,
below.
Mitch.
So pizza Lunchables. I do remember those. Hell yeah, Joey. As always, if you like vintage toys, if you like just talking collecting, just like talking in general, throw a like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff on YouTube or on Twitch. Joey doesn't know. And for those who don't know, the lovely folks in the chat have dubbed themselves the Consortium of Jackasses. So the Consortium has grown. Yes. Oh
no.
Oh well, it's okay. It landed on my sweatshirt. But yeah, so so the last Saturday of each month will be Turtle Talk. Follow us all of us on Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. We'll always post up about it and have some fun. And yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm going to throw up a lovely outro. So yeah, tune into I believe the Foosh channel tomorrow. They'll have some Lazy Sunday golfing or a Foosh cast. Then back for Monday Foosh Live on Memorial Day. So
awesome.
Again, thank you, David. Thank you, Dan.
This was great.
Turtle Power.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Hey, see you next time.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But thank you, legit, everybody in the chat. You guys friggin' rule. Okay. Yeah. Keep collecting. Have fun. Be good to each other. And yeah, Turtle Power, bro.